What's up guys and gals, Justazag here, and welcome to an all-new Mega Man Maker tutorial. I know, this is new for me, hence why it's on the second channel, though honestly most of you have no clue who I am, so I'll spare you the further formalities and just get into the tutorial. This glitch is a relatively new one in Mega Man Maker that lets you mess around with how Bass's treble boost works. In an earlier version of the game, when Bass first came out, there was a very similar one, but that was quickly patched out since it was way too easy to do. This new method was known as the Davi Bass glitch, being named after the first person who discovered it, but it has since gotten other names such as the very self-explanatory Bass+Rush Glitch, or, as it's been more recently called, Sicko Mode Bass. So, for the few not fully aware of what the glitch does, by performing very specific sequences of events, you can trick the game into allowing Bass to have his flight powers from his treble boost, but still have a different weapon equipped, allowing him to be in an unintended fused state. Now, before we move on, let's make it clear this glitch only works for versions 1.4.2.1 of Mega Man Maker, and some earlier versions after 1.4. It's already been confirmed that this part of the glitch, specifically a part of it involving Rush we'll get to, has already been patched out for the 1.5 update when it drops. This was done before this use for it was even discovered, and so sadly Sicko Mode was an unintentional casualty. So if you're watching this after 1.5, then sorry, don't waste your time here. And if you make a level with this and it's still 1.4, realize your level will no longer be playable once the update drops, and well, if it's uploaded online, you should probably take that down. Now, the first thing you want to do is have the player start as Mega Man or Proto Man, or alternatively, set up a portion of the stage that makes the player run into a character capsule that turns them into one of them. Then, in your weapons loadout, make your primary weapon your weapon of choice, and the other Rush Coil, Proto Coil, or the corresponding version of Treble Boost. Now, set the level like this. Have two screens separated by a screen transition, you'll be placing Rush on the right, and exploring the Blug on the left. If you're a madman who wants to set this up during a boss fight, you can also place doors to force the transitions, and the glitch should still work fine. Now, in the left room, place a weapon remover capsule that will remove Rush Coil, and a character capsule that will turn the player into Bass. Now, everything is set up. Once you spawn in, place Rush Coil or the Proto Coil about 6 blocks or further away from the left. This is important. As you can see, Rush hasn't despawned after leaving the screen and coming back. However, if he's too close, then he will. Once he's placed, move over to the other room and collide with both capsules. You will now be forced into your primary weapon and Bass without pausing or bumper switching. Now, when you move back to the other room, oh, would you look at that? Rush is still there. Now, all you have to do is walk into Rush before he despawns, and congratulations, you have entered Sicko Mode. As you can see, Bass is not supposed to do this, as evident by his messed up sprites. So what's going on? Well, my best guess is that the game can't tell the difference between Rush and Treble, and only looks at the current player character when determining how they interact. Normally when Treble Boost or a Rush weapon is switched off of, or the player character is changed, it will immediately make the Rush or Treble vanish. However, because Rush is in a different room, and the weapon remover forced the weapon change rather than switching manually, Rush still remains despite you now being a different character and having a different weapon equipped. Since Treble is only supposed to exist when Bass has the boost equipped, the game doesn't check what he has and just gives him his wings, since he should be impossible for him to have anything else. And because the game can't tell the difference between the two Robo-Dogs, Rush triggers the same transformation. Now Bass can freely fly with whatever weapon you want, and since the weapon is your primary, the weapon energy will never run out. Congratulations, you now fully understand how to go Sicko Mode. A couple warnings though. Throughout the entire process of setting up this glitch, never open your pause menu or bumper switch your weapons. This will despawn Rush. Also, don't ever pause or attempt to bumper switch after you've entered Sicko Mode. This will make the game correct your form and revert you back to normal. So yeah, Avoid doing that unless the level specifically needs you to at a given point. Also, if you have several portions of the level where you have to enter Sicko mode, I recommend leaving a checkpoint and a 1-up just before the area so that they can easily redo it and don't have to lose a life every time if they screw up should they be in the Wily challenge. Well guys, that's going to be it for this Mega Man Maker tutorial. I do hope you all enjoyed and you were fully informed by this tutorial. If you were, then make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you can catch the next tutorial and hopefully learn some other cool things about Mega Man Maker or whatever else I decide to do tutorials for. I wanted to experiment with the second channel and I felt this would be a good place to try it out. If you want to see some funny and cool stuff or see more of me more frequently, then check out the main channel. Either way, I am Justazag and I am out. I'll see you guys and gals next time, wherever that may be.